All right, so when you walk in, you'll approach this checkout counter here first, and this is where you'll really get logged into our system. So this is where you'll present your card. We'll get you into our system, get you into the waiting room, so to speak, here. So this is obviously a major important step, and this is where you've got to make sure you have your registration card or at least a photo identification.
Do you have to have a driver's license that says that you're 21?
You don't if your patients only have to be 18 or older. But if you're a younger patient and you do need your primary caregiver with you then too.
Okay.
So we'll get you checked in right here. This is where also you'll be handed the intake form if you haven't been with us before. So we'll ask you to spend a little bit of time filling that out. And then from there, you'll really go out here to the sales floor to learn a little bit more about the products. Now, you can do this on your own at any of the iPads. You can kind of walk through the formulations and the products yourself. Alternatively, you can meet with one of our patient consultants, and they can take you through the entire process, help you understand all of the formulations and products we have to offer. We even have a private consultation room for those who are maybe not wanting to do it kind of out here in the open.
Can you walk us through some of the things on this?
Yeah, so what this iPad here has is a lot of information about MedPharm to start, about how kind of we make the products, what goes into them, really trying to be transparent about the entire process so people feel good about what they're buying. You can learn based on formulations. So as we've spoken about before, we've got specific formulations that are really designed for the conditions that are approved in Iowa. So maybe you have let's say you have MS. Maybe Harmony is the way you'd like to start, which is one of the recommendations we would probably make for most MS patients. Harmony is a balanced ratio, CBD to THC. And from that screen, you can see all of the various products we offer within the Harmony line. So maybe you think a tincture might be the way you would like to take this medicine. So you can zoom in here and learn a little bit more about this specific product. So what is the dosing? What's the instructions for kind of your titration here? What ingredients are there? Some of the warnings that the state provides. So all of that can be learned that way. Then the other way you can do it, of course, is I know I want to take an oil, but maybe I'm not sure which one is right for me. Well, here's all of our oils. You can walk through again on your own or with a patient consultant saying, maybe I'm suffering from cancer, might need a little bit more THC. Here's a comfort tincture that might be right for you. So hopefully that gives patients an idea to learn kind of on their own speed with or without a consultant, depending on what makes them most comfortable. And they can really learn about all the different things we have there. From there, once we've made that choice about the product you're going to buy, you'll proceed right up here to the checkout. And from here, this is where the transaction would be completed. So our patient consultants would access the products back there. All of those cabinets are locked. They will stay locked until the exact moment that a patient consultant is pulling out the product, and they'll be locked again. That's part of our security, but also part of some of the state requirements. So those will stay behind a lock and key the entire time. And then here at these iPads, you'll complete the transaction. Like we mentioned, it may be cash, and hopefully very, very soon we're introducing a card payment system. But at least day one, I would again expect cash on hand to be able to complete your transaction. From there, we'll give you a receipt. You'll also get a dispensary label sticker. It's very, very important that patients know that sticker should always stay on their product and should not leave their product. It shouldn't get transferred to another one. It should stay right there on theirs to make sure that they're always compliant with the law on their end too. And from there, that's the process.
A few questions.
Yeah.
Can you fly with this medicine?
So we don't recommend it. Your protection is really only for within the state of Iowa. So I suppose if you were flying, Dubuque to Council Bluffs, you might be okay there. But even then, it gets a little trickier when you get up into the air and have some other regulations that may apply. So we don't advise, doing that. I think it's safest to stay on the ground in Iowa with these products for right now.
Okay, wonderful. And then tell us the hours of operation that are special this week, and then how they'll be for the rest of the
Yeah, so this Saturday we'll be opening at 8 a.m. Here in Windsor Heights and in Sioux City. We'll be open throughout the day, closing in the evening. For Sunday, we're going to offer a few special hours just because it is the opening weekend here. Usually we're closed on Sundays, but this particular weekend, just to make sure we get more patients in, we'll be open for several hours in the afternoon, and patients can go in and watch our website and our social media feeds for more information about that. From there, usually we'll be open from 10 until 6 most days, except for Saturdays where we'll close at 5 instead. And then on Mondays, we do open at 11 instead of 10. But otherwise, that'll be the range, at least here at the beginning. Of course, we're always looking for patient feedback. If those aren't the best hours, if it's not working for everyone, then we're certainly willing to adjust those as needed. So you can see we've got 4 different formulations here. Really, I should say 3 formulations and 2 versions of one. We've got our elevated CBD, that's our Calm line. We have a pediatric version and a more standard version. Then here, the purple is our Comfort, so that's our elevated THC in a 1:20 ratio. And then Harmony in the green is our balanced 1:1 CBD to THC product. Moving down the line here, you'll see our 2:1 creams. So these are under the name Soothe. Here we've got an unscented and a scented version. The scented version smells a bit flowery, like geranium flowers. So for those people who may not want that smell, then the unscented may work better for them. But here you're getting 2 parts CBD for every 1 part of THC. And then we'll finish out with our capsules here. So we've got Comfort, Harmony, and Calm again, just like in our tinctures. So the Comfort is that elevated THC. We've got various doses available, including a trial size there. So, depending on your daily dose, it may help you to take a 10 milligram instead of 2 5s. So we wanted to have some variety available there. Same thing is true in our Harmony capsules. We've got a 5 and a 10 milligram option along with a starter pack. And then finally, we've got our elevated CBD, our Calm capsules there that would be similar to the Calm tincture.
Okay, does the tincture have a taste?
It will taste just a bit planty. Obviously it came from plants, so it does have that little bit of taste there. State doesn't really allow us any way to add flavoring in there. Okay. However, I don't think it will be overwhelming or overpowering. There's also certainly some people will take the drops and put them on, a piece of bread or put them in peanut butter or something like that masks all, that flavor anyway.